Hello, my name is Tomek Depczyński and I'm a lead game designer of Survive the Fall in Angry Bulls Studio.
Hi everyone, I'm Krzysztof Wasak. I'm quest designer and narrative designer at Angry Bulls Studio.
Hi, my name is Michał Łuszcz and I'm the CEO at Angry Bulls Studio.
Survive the Fall is both an action RPG game and a city building management game. So we decided to combine that in the game loop. The main thing that we are trying to achieve is the day-night cycle. During the day, the player spends time at his base. He utilizes the resources, he crafts some items, builds structures. When the day ends and the night comes, the player decides which of the settlers will go to the expedition, which one will stay and defend the base, and which one will have a full night's sleep. And then in the morning the player starts the actual expedition if he decides to do so, because we didn't force any decision on the player in Survive the Fall. If the player wants, he can stay at the base as long as he wants, and also at the expedition the player can take his time and spend it to perform some quest or collect as much loot as is possible for him.
In our game you can control up to 12 people. Some of them you can send on an expedition to do quests, have dialogues, scavenge materials and so on. And the other group will only stay at your base and do their chores around the base. So you have to really think which one to delegate to what kind of work.
It is a tricky question because in Survive the Fall you have two game modes, the camp mode and the expedition mode, and it's only up to you how you want to play. But if you want to play only through main story, it will be around 30 to 40 hours. But thanks to the gameplay loop we create, it could be hundreds and hundreds of hours.
We have main two topics regarding the survival aspect of the game. The first one is the grand danger that is presented in the game. It's connected with the sighted faction, and we have to defend our base from attacks of that group. But we also have some common needs that the player have to meet in regarding to survival aspect. So there are hunger, tiredness, injuries and contamination. Injuries can be accumulated through combat, contamination is connected with stasis, and hunger and thirst goes by just at normal pace.
The game consists of 3 biomes, and they're all handmade by us, and then they're vast, so it's open world style. The first one is National Park, full of wild-looking mushrooms, a lot of leaves and beautiful scenery. The second one is City, that is destroyed, so all destroyed buildings, streets, and people wandering there. And the third one is the Wasteland, which consists of a hidden location, that's a coastline, burnt forest and a junkyard. So it's really magnificent. You gotta check them all.
In the game, player has a varied categories of weapons to utilize. For example, melee weapons, ranged weapons, throwables, so molotovs, pipe bombs, and also placeables like traps and mines. But also player can utilize some environmental objects, for example explosives or falling cargo to drop on the enemy's heads.
We have a lot of uniqueness in our game. So first one is the setting, is the lore. In the Survive the Fall we have Eternal Autumn. The second one is the gameplay loop we create thanks to the city building mode and the expedition mode. The third one is the mechanism of tactical pause. You can pause the gameplay anytime you want and give the orders to your companions.
During the expedition mode, the player has a possibility to control up to 3 companions, and we actually utilize that in the game. The combat is action-based, but you have an option to pause the game at any moment and utilize the planning mode. It's a powerful feature that gives additional tactical advantage, and you can delegate some tasks to your companions. For example, to shoot on a certain enemy, to throw a Molotov, to go and assassinate other enemy. So we really think that this gives a lot of tactical depth into the action-based combat.
What I like the most in the game is the storyline. All the quests, the main quest and the side quest that begins from the attack on your camp, and then the story evolves and unfolds, so you get to know more of it until the very end. During our quest, you will experience branching, a lot of different choices, tough choices for that matter. You'll get the chance to recruit new NPCs, new companions for your base. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I hope you will too.